12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You know what time that is. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rosemary's World of Cannabis. And boy, do we got a show for you this afternoon. There'll be no music. Don't forget, that's the Wake and Bake Show. That's what we do there. Here we have conversations about what's going on in North and South Carolina. And as soon as we come back from our two public service announcements, we will be bringing back Elevated Ellen. You're in tune to 710 Radio, Rosemary's World of Cannabis. Let's get it started, shall we?
Are you feeling like a shadow of yourself? Is your mood on its way down? You could be suffering from low THC, also known as cannabinoid deficiency, caused by 77 years of government interference via prohibition. Do you live in a medical cannabis state or the District of Columbia? Are you over the age of 18 and seeking non-toxic natural health, well-being, and peace of mind? Ask your doctor if cannabis may be right for you. After 10,000 years of recorded human use and 77 years of failed prohibition on the world's most extensively tested plant, the results are in. Cannabis has no known lethal dose and is arguably the safest and most comprehensive therapeutic substance known to man. Cannabis remained in the United States pharmacopoeia until 1941, and cannabinoids are currently patented by the federal government as an anti-inflammatory U.S. patent 6630507. Human brains have cannabinoid receptors. Cannabinoids are lubricants in the human body. Due to prohibition, our bodies have been denied essential lubrication. Imagine never changing or adding to the oil in your car. The use of cannabis for low THC may cause immediate relief, including a general feeling of well-being, chronic smiling or laughing, feelings of euphoria, increased creativity or clarity, a greater appreciation for music and art, the desire to dance, increased feelings of inspiration, compassion or unity, a need for truth and justice, or you may wake feeling more well-rested than usual. It's undetermined to know exactly how many symptoms the use of cannabis may alleviate because of federal prohibition. There were dozens identified in the 1909 Eli Lilly Pharmaceutical Handbook. Currently, over 80% of the population supports the right to use cannabis therapeutically, and 92% of its users have declared significant non-toxic relief. The most common side effects, which are usually mild to moderate and may fade or disappear completely over time, are dry mouth and drowsiness. Other more serious side effects can include growing and repairing brain cells and DNA or improve vision, may prevent Alzheimer's, dementia, glaucoma, nausea, and suicide, may provide relief from autism, asthma, anorexia, arthritis, AIDS, cancer, Crohn's, depression, epilepsy, fibromyalgia, gout, IBS, insomnia, MS, migraine, pain, Parkinson's, PTSD, and spasticity. Use caution while driving or doing other physical activities until you know how cannabis affects you. May cause paranoia or nervousness, specifically caused by real-life government intervention in your quest for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in the USA. Ask your doctor if cannabis may be right for you. Brought to you as a public service announcement by the People's Plant, a campaign of conscience.
Hi, my name is Ricky Williams.
My name is Evan Britton.
My name is Mark Costelli.
My name is Boo Williams.
My name is Jim McMahon.
My name is Chris Cluey.
My name is Kyle Turley. I played in one of the major North American football leagues.
I have 2 championship rings from that big game we play at the end of the season.
In college, I won a trophy that looks like this.
I was a punter for 8 seasons, and punters are football players too.
I also wrote the name of the commissioner on my headband, and everyone lost their shit.
The men who play American football are subject to a life of injury,
pain,
and disease,
both during and long after their careers are over.
And that's why I smoke pot.
That's why I smoke cannabis.
That's why I smoke weed. That's why I smoked weed when I played.
It has, without a doubt, reduced the amount of pain I live with.
It's my body. I know.
But for some reason, the major North American non-Canadian football league refuses to allow players to use cannabis.
Instead of allowing for safe, natural healing,
the sport pushes players towards addictive narcotic painkillers with serious side effects.
So let's get real, Roger.
Football players should be allowed to use medicinal marijuana
without the stigma of it being a banned substance.
Cannabis isn't a drug.
It is a medicine.
Sorry about that, guys. Hey, we're back. You're in tune to 710 Radio, the Wake... Oh, God, I'm about to say the Wake and Bake Show. Lord, I'm still not awake yet, guys. Rosemary's World of Cannabis. And Carla, I know you're on the air and laughing at my ass right about now. Hello, it's Elevated Ellen. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Girl, it's going to be one of them days. I'm still stuck in the AM instead of the PM.
Well, it's a real day for a lot of us. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, a lot of us are questioning reality today.
Oh, yes. That we are.
It's a heavy day, but we're going to try to keep some respect to some folks and send our condolences, but we're going to try to raise the vibration a little bit. Let's get some good vibes going, people.
All right, then, what do you want to cover first? I mean, we got a lot of stuff that we're going to cover in this next hour, guys, so I hope you got your sandwich or got your vape pen ready because it's about to go down. Did you check out the title for the show today? North versus South Carolina. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, let me give you the title for the show today. North versus South Carolina CBD.
Yeah, this is the script, y'all. I'm tired of arguing with some of you about whether or not CBD is legal or not. In North Carolina, they will lock you up for having a cannabinoid. So, industrial hemp is legal. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the one that breaks it down for you like this. And I know a lot of you are outraged. I'm pissed off too. But whenever you go and you look at the law, it says what it says. And it says that the only person that can have CBD is someone who is an epileptic or an epileptic caregiver in the state of North Carolina.
Wow. See, and here in South Carolina, we don't have those type of restrictions.
No, which you got your medical. You've already got medical on the books.
Yes.
Just no system for it.
Yeah, and that's what scares me because there's no system for it, and you get all this snake oil that we've been getting, and then on top of it, you got the media showing people's products. Perfect example, Dixie Elixir. I personally use Dixie Elixir. I've never had no problems with it, and I know the people that own Dixie Elixir, and I think what was it? Channel 9? Channel 9 owes Dixie Elixirs, and WBTV owes Dixie Elixirs an apology because that's not right. For you just to throw up anybody's label of CBD oil or whatever the case may be, saying negative things behind the fact that unless you know that was that product, you shouldn't be putting it out there.
Exactly.
So
no one's ever been hurt from CBD oil.
True CBD. Let's Let's put it out there. True CBD oil. We might need to break it down for them. Explain to them what's the difference between CBD oil and a true CBD oil.
Exactly. You don't want somebody who's growing industrial hemp to be the way that I see it. They could just rake leaves up off the floor, sweep up the leaves, and make use of some old mess to put in your body. And that is what they really make some of the vaping stuff out of.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think that's too bad because it's not the way that it's not going in your body, but it needs to be more pure. They need to have more regulations about it. Everything needs to be to a medical grade, a medical standard, if they're going to grow it for you to ingest in any way. So you need to watch what you're getting. Ask people what are your practices, what are your methods, and if they are true, they will send you a lab test. They will discuss all of this with you, and that's how you know that you're getting a good product, a premium product. Is whenever someone's willing to educate you on that product, they have a good product.
That is so correct. And if you can't get that product that way, and it don't say True Spectrum, look for the word True Spectrum. If it's synthetic, anything on there says synthetic, you need to go ahead and put it down and walk out the store immediately. You want that to say full spectrum CBD oil. And that's the thing. A lot of these companies, I've looked at several that's sold in the convenience stores here, in head shops and vape shops here. A lot of them don't say whole spectrum CBD. They don't.
Exactly. No, they don't. And because the stores, the retailers don't know enough about the practices to know what the wholesaler is supposed to be doing. Because it's not, again, FDA regulated.
Right.
Which is good and bad. Because as long as things are not FDA regulated, then someone who wants to be a cannapreneur can make dietary supplements, lotions, creams, and things like that out of CBD. And it's a supplement. It's an ointment.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that does not have to be regulated by the FDA. I mean, Neosporin's certainly not regulated, controlled, such as... and these are medicines that, especially with just CBD in it, that these are These are treatments, not medicines. So we need to start classifying that. We need to start classifying that. If something is listed as a medicine, that the FDA will say it's a medicine. Otherwise, it's a treatment or a dietary supplement.
Right.
And it's good and bad. It's a two-edged sword.
Exactly. But this is the thing that bothers me, though. Like I was telling you off air, I don't know, for those who live in Rock Hill, if you come off 72 and Saluda Streets, here in Rock Hill is a little drugstore by the laundromat. They have a big old marquee that says sell full spectrum CBD. I'm going by there after the show today to get a picture of it if they haven't taken it down yet. And I'm going to go in there and take a look at the CBD products and see if they let me take a picture of any of them. So be looking for that sometime this afternoon. I might even go live on Facebook Live afterwards. So this is the question that I'm saying. Is Big Pharma finna backdoor us on CBDs and backdoor us on medical cannabis here in South Carolina? That it just gives me the willies just to think about it.
Yes, because we do not need tobacco companies to have control over this plant. It is going to be a replacement crop. The way that it should be a replacement crop for tobacco farmers is for industrial use only. The tobacco farmer should be able to take the hemp plant, sell the hemp stalk for hempcrete, sell the hemp fiber from decortication for hemp fiber, sell the seed for hemp oil from the seeds, and the hemp seeds themselves after the oil's been extracted to eat for grain. Then they can use the flowers to extract CBD ointments, lotions, and salves. So there's 4 ways right there if you don't go in and sell a taproot and sell biodegradable fuel. So there's 5 ways for a tobacco farmer to make money, not by putting chemicals on the plant and selling it as they sold tobacco. That's not what we want the tobacco companies to do. We're trying to implement and show tobacco farmers how to repurpose their farms and sell crops 5 ways instead of selling it 1 way as they were previously with tobacco.
That is so true. That was a mouthful right there for sure, because all those ways is every way possible that we can use. Not talking about how it can replace paper, how it can do clothing, shoes. This thing is so vibrant and how many different ways it can go. Because I like to be honest with you, I fell in love with at Harvest of the Good. I had never had hemp seeds as a food.
It's good.
It's very good. It's kind of expensive right now, but it's good. And that's what started me eating the hemp seeds, and they're very good. They're a good source of vitamins, and I love them. So
they are. And I have tried some hemp seed, but Nutivia, they have some very good hemp seed that you can. And I actually like to take hemp seed and bake it like you do pecans or pecans with a little bit of honey and brown sugar. Oh my God! I'm gonna
tell you how I was told in South Carolina about that pecan. You pee in a can. I'm just saying, y'all get picked. Y'all around in these areas get kind of particular about that pecan and that pecan. That's what I was told. Cause I used to say pecans too until I was told that. So, honey,
I've always thought it was a pecan.
No. It's a pecan. It's a pecan. In this neck of the woods, it's a pecan. You don't pee in no can.
All right. So, but now, people, you can get locked up for having CBD oil. I want to tell you people something it's going to hurt your heart a little bit, and I don't mean this in any offense to law enforcement. But you, as a citizen, if you want to come sideways at Johnny Law out your mouth about anything, and you make Johnny Law feel as if his power of the badge is not there, he's going to show you the power of the badge. He's going to find the reason to take you to jail, just to show you the power of the badge if you're coming sideways at him. Okay?
Yeah.
So the best way to not even get searched is to try to cooperate the best that you can. Understand that this man is doing his job. You're just trying to live. He's just trying to live. Your paths are crossing. Make it as harmonious as possible.
Exactly. You got a valid point about that, because they have a hard enough job as it is with everything else that they deal with before they get to you. But this is the question I'm gonna bring up, Ellen, especially in North Carolina. I visit some of the shops there, and the last one that I visited, I'm not gonna say their name because I don't want the police going in and breaking their door down. But they had a whole array, and this is one they got 4 different stores through North Carolina. So by me telling you that, you probably know what store I'm talking about. How are they selling CBD products there like they're doing? They got a big variety.
Because the reason why is that they have amnesty within their local community. If you see somebody that's doing something like that, I can almost guarantee you 9 times out of 10 they've got to talk to their city officials. They've talked to the county commissioners. They've talked to the boards. They have educated. They've done a lot of educating, and they've made it a lowest level enforced priority. See, around here in Albemarle, CBD, they don't care if you have CBD. They're like, that's fine. That's the least of our worries. We got people in mobile meth labs, and we have people over here behind our homeless center, injecting heroin, and we don't have enough beds for the homeless. They have real problems, and they're only a force of 30 men trying to, contain 15,000 people. 40 men for 15,000 people, that's not fair. That's not
They outnumbered and outmanned big time.
So, they don't care. It's the lowest level of enforced priority. We should all be trying to make it a lowest level of enforced priority. But if you want to come sideways at them, they just come sideways at you back. Don't tell them the law. Do not. Even if you know the law, you can refuse certain things. You can say, well, here's my rights after you let that man get done speaking. But do not ever tell that man how to do his job, because that man ain't coming to you and telling you how to do your job. He's saying, hey, I suspect some criminal activity is all he's saying.
That is a good point. That is a very good point. But this is the question I'm asked to you. So you're seeing that little community where they just showed on WBTV recently. This guy rides around in a golf cart in this small little community, and it showed where he picked up all these hypodermic needles and everything. So that's the area you're talking about as well. Oh my God, yeah, because I cried after I seen that broadcast. It really hurt my heart to see this man going through every day picking up remnants of real drug activity. I mean, real people shooting up. They had the hypodermic needles. They had pill bottles. I didn't see not one package of papers that was left behind. These were hardcore drugs that they were showing. So
yes, people here in my community are plagued. And it's not that there's not any jobs anymore. I mean, there's more opportunity here than there used to be, but there's not enough services to help the people. And the average addict is between the ages of 16 and 40.
Wow.
And does not have health insurance. So you have 80% of these people who, whenever they go to get help, they're denied because they don't have a way to pay for treatment. So what do? What do they do then?
Yeah, that's what he was saying on the article, that is really sad that, just exactly what you said down to the letter, that they really got some real problems there. And this is where I have fought with our current president of the United States with this current budget that they're proposing, that you only giving $6 billion. That's not enough. Not from what you're telling me, not from what that gentleman on TV told the whole world, that, we have a real problem here in North Carolina and here in South Carolina as well with real hardcore drugs. But instead of them going after the hardcore drug dealers like the big farmers, they'd rather go at excuse me, the mama's
I gotta say it. I done told the city council, and they said, well, do you know who the big time drug dealers are in Albemarle anymore? I said, yes, Southeast Pain Clinic down there behind the hospital, and Dr. Benjamin Alexis at First Care Medical Clinic. There you go.
Ooh.
So,
wow. And you told the truth, because that's all they do. You can go in there and cry, say you got a toe hurting, and they writing you a prescription. That's all they are at pill mills.
Yeah, and so they're trying to get in on these doctors. They are looking into these doctors, but they trusted the medical profession for so long that to even think that you shouldn't trust them, they're going to try to make you think that you're crazy. Now, you know that this person that told you can't trust us is a conspiracy theorist, right? You know that they walk around at home with their tinfoil hat on. They are not right. Something's wrong with them, and all it is that we are woke.
Wide awoke, because I think about, all the stuff. And then what makes it so bad about it, you didn't see these things popping up until the last, well, at least in this area for the last 5 years. They just popped up all of a sudden when they started cutting back. See, what they ain't going to tell a lot of y'all, they already had started cutting back on prescription drugs. The reason I know this is because by me having a knee replacement and bad back, I can walk into anywhere and they're going to give it to me off rip, no questions asked. Now, what people fail to realize, you get drug tested before you get anything anymore.
Right.
And they had been doing that before they made this big announcement.
Me and you chose cannabis.
That's right.
The hell with all that. No, you are not making me a zombie. You're not about to kill me. What is in this pill? What is in it? You can't tell me. I can tell you exactly what's in this damn flower, though.
Yep. And they get mad as hell with you about that now. If you talk to them about that plant, like I do at the VA, I go into battle. Every time I walk into the VA, they already know. Here she come, and she ain't having it. It's a battle with me and my doctors every time in the VA. Now, my civilian doctors, I have no problem with. We're at an understanding. They just want to know how much I'm using and how am I ingesting it. Now, my VA doctors,
Veterans Administration, for making my friend feel like the only damn thing you can do for her is give her a fucking pill. Shame on you, Veterans Administration, for wanting to give my friends 30 fucking pills a day. Shame on y'all.
And more people, and this is what I'm loving about it, is this. I want to say hello to all my veterans and my getting ready to retire veterans and everybody else. Thank y'all so much for supporting me as well as y'all do. We have a lot of veteran support in this area, and they're starting to speak out. They're really tired. Let me tell you how the VA system works. You get an appointment within 90 days, if you're lucky. Once you get an appointment within 90 days, you go to there and you sit in a waiting room that's got at least 75 to 100 people, depending on what VA hospital or VA clinic you go into. From there, you're waiting for you to be called. Then you call back, and then you sit in this room for this doctor. Hopefully, you got an hour appointment. If not, you got a 30-minute appointment. And within that 30 minutes to that hour, that doctor's got to talk to you about everything that's wrong with you, and then you're going to tell them what medications you take. Guess what? If you mention cannabis, it's another 25-minute conversation, seems like, on the reason why you should not be using cannabis. And I think that's wrong. Because...
yeah, that's exactly what I tell them.
I sit there...
I'll sign a piece of paper saying you gave me a paper. Let's move along.
I ain't signing shit. I haven't signed shit. I'm not going to sign shit. And a couple of them I told kiss my ass. And that's no joke, because... I'm not down with it. Y'all had me, and I told them just like this here. Y'all had me on tramadol. Y'all the reason I'm on a CPAP machine. So you can kiss every entire inch of my ass. Get busy, because it's a big one. And, they look at me like, I done lost my mind. No, you lost your mind when you gave me that medicine that messed me up. Because ever since I stopped taking the tramadol, I'm not having all the problems I was having. I could leave my house and could not remember where I was going out there on 77.
Yeah. No, girl. I'm glad you're off of that. And there's probably some people talking to us or hearing us today, and they're like, well, tramadol, that's not really even that damn strong. Well, if you are Miss Rose, okay, Miss Rose, she lived a little bit on the street, but she was not hardcore on the street. She went hardcore in the armed forces. Okay, that's where her hardcore went, and she went hard there. So Miss Rose has never had a lot of stuff in her system. So tramadol was just enough to do it.
Yeah.
And it really is. It should be just enough for anybody.
Yeah.
And your system should be to where ibuprofen makes you sleepy. That's how clean your system should be.
Exactly. It was just enough to mess up my system that I each night before I go to bed and give my husband a hug and kiss, I got to put that mask on. And that's for the rest of my life.
See, they're wrong for that. And they give us these medicines, and they don't even know what the hell they're giving us. The doctor will come to you, and he'll be like, oh, this is new. I remember whenever Abilify first came out, okay? I used to be on Prozac.
No, I'm going to tell you like this here. I'm going to go back one further. Remember when ibuprofen first hit the scene? A lot of people is not going to believe me when I say this. Your armed forces, your soldiers, sailors, Marines, Coast Guard, all of us we are lab rats. Any new pharmaceutical pill, drug, or anything is tested out on us first. Take it for what it's worth. Now think about how much liver damage so many soldiers have, because that's the first thing they want to give you is something with ibuprofen in it.
Well, and the doctor, they will smile at you whenever they got something new. And they don't know what it's going to do to you. You're like, this is great. It's new. It's been tested to do everything. It's a miracle. And you're like, okay, great, give it to me. And they're like, there's no side effects, hardly any side effects. But what they don't tell you is, and the reason why is because it just came out. We don't know what the fuck it's going to do.
Exactly. You hit the nail dead on the head with that, because I remember hearing those same conversations for over close to 30 years now that I've been dealing with the VA. 30 years of hearing that crap. And I can tell you each year every drug came out that you really should not be using.
Yeah, only because it's new.
Right?
It's new, so let's see what it'll do to you.
So you wonder why so many soldiers wind up dying after active duty. That's something else they don't tell you about. Soldiers that retire, or soldier sailors, Marines, whatever, they have a 3 to 7 year time span. After they retire out the military, they're guaranteed to have a heart attack or die. That's not told everybody.
No, it's not. And it's not told that what I feel like is really happened, especially with the war on freedom, whenever we went to kill Bin Laden or whatever.
Oh, God, the bullshit war.
Well, whenever we went over there to steal the oil and the opium, you remember? Now, my friends are coming back from their bullshit war where they went and stole the opium and the oil, and now they're trying to kill it off. I think that's the reason why they give them 25 pills a day and be homeless. And then they want to blame it. They're like, well, you turned yourself into an alcoholic in the military.
No.
They put the barracks right next to all the fucking bars in every fucking town there is, and then want to blame them for being an alcoholic. Here, son, drink all you can. Drink as much as you can. And that's all they do. And then they get out. They're like, oh, well,
Oh, God. I got a story for you. Because you got to remember, my husband is retired military. And to these different events that you go to, you're encouraged to drink. And if you don't drink, they look at you sideways. Because they got a thing called a grog bowl. I'm going to tell you about one of the experiences that I remember when we went to the first military ball. They got this big old grog bowl. And they put everything in that thing known to man in that drink. To include dry ice.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're trying to extract it further.
Yeah. And they drink of that. From the XO to the company commander, all the way down. Everybody takes a drink of that drink. And you want to talk about some nasty shit? That be some nasty shit. Not to talk about the dinner wine. Notice now. Not to talk about the dinner wine that's already on your table that you didn't ask for, that you guaranteed you're going to get.
Oh, I know.
So, yeah. So, and then on top of that, all the other events that they go to, that is involving alcohol.
Yeah. Whenever you get ready to drink with soldiers, get ready to drink. Now, I have a good friend. His name is Greg Hartman,
Mm-hmm.
And he is retired military.
Mm-hmm.
And this fellow, I don't know if he drinks like this anymore. He probably doesn't. He probably wouldn't be alive. But whenever he first got out of the military, honey, 3 cases a day was nothing.
I believe it.
Like, you know, he said, and I said, how did you get it? He said, I was doing it in the field. I said, you were drinking 3 cases of fucking beer in the field today?
Oh my God.
So let's get real. What is really going on, y'all? What's really going on?
I'm gonna tell you like this here. It you know, just because you're in the military, these things don't go on, and this is just personal experiences. Things probably done changed since I've been in, and this is just personal experience I experienced. Now, this is on the weekend, and I just joined the Army and went to my first duty station. I'm up there clean laced, ready to go, you know, G.I. Jane all the way, and I come back from, you know, doing my day of work and getting ready to go, you know, go in my room. I'm smelling cannabis coming all the way down the hallway. Then if you ain't smelling if you ain't smelling cannabis coming down the hallway, I got 2 soldiers approach me talking about, hey, you want to get high, and they got cocaine.
You know,
I'm like, I don't know.
I've been at parties where there were soldiers and offered, you know, you get high, you know, especially if and I don't drink like I used to, and nothing like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I would drink, and always whenever you smoke, after you've had 6 beers, that smoke, that's that smoke's what does you in. That's where you get feeling really good. So I had to go ahead and pass it to them, you know, here, knowing good and damn well they're an enlisted man. And half of them would take it and smoke it. And I'd be like, ain't you in the Army? Yeah, but I'm going to leave, or they know when they're going to take drug tests.
No, they don't.
They know.
No, ma'am, let me go ahead and get that classified real quick. My husband was a first sergeant. They have no idea when they're going to get drug tested. And the main time you normally get drug tested is when you come back from leave. That's a big myth. A lot of people think that because they're on leave, that I can go out and party and everything else. And if they got enough of them, say for instance, they got a block leave, you better believe urinalysis is coming soon after they get back off of block leave. I've seen it done too many times. So that's how you get a lot of soldiers caught up once again that's been out partying and going on. The ones that's doing the pills, the cocaine, the X and everything is fine. It's the ones that get caught up in cannabis. I seen the first sergeant lose his career. After 19 years, he decided he wanted to smoke 1 joint. Cost him his career. So, yeah.
See, that's crazy.
It happens.
Federal government, y'all got to do a little bit better than that.
It happens.
You can kill them with alcohol, but you can't kill them with cannabis.
That's it.
You hear that? You hear that, military department? You hear that, Pentagon?
Yeah, they've been doing it for years.
Alcohol, if you're not going to heal it with cannabis, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. And that's what the problem is. A lot of them ain't going to tell you that, and I can guarantee you a lot of soldiers, Marines, and whoever else will tell you I'm telling the truth. And that's where the problem lies. Now, you think about all these soldiers that's in 29 states in the District of Columbia. It's legal in that state, but they can't touch it.
Exactly.
That's
Bullshit.
wrong.
But I just want to say thank you to all my veterans, and especially you, Miss Rose, and your husband, Alvin, and to my nephew, Jamie Burge. I appreciate his service. He just got out. He done 8 years, and he's a veteran. And best shout out to Mr. Dave Granville in Colorado. He is doing wonderful work in Colorado. If you are a veteran in North Carolina and you would like to participate in the Weed for Warriors project, get in touch with Perry Parks or get in touch with me or Rose, and we'll hook you up with Dave Granville in Colorado. He will help you.
And if you're not in Colorado, I got several connections of Weed for Warriors in Jacksonville, in Orlando, Daytona. If you want to talk to somebody from Weed for Warriors in Florida, I think they have a Weed for Warriors in Georgia, and they got a Growth for Vets also in Colorado. Can't forget about Growth for Vets. They do a great organization work, and I like to thank my father, Isaac, for doing his part, my grandfather for doing his part, and all my other current relatives that's currently serving on active duty for reasons beyond my control. I can't give their names out because of the show that I do.
Yeah. Yes, and that's unfortunate, but we love y'all.
We love all of you, and we thank you for serving and doing what you do.
And let's talk about one little tiny soldier while we're talking about soldiers. Miss Alexis, I haven't heard, too much on the news of her. It's like the hype went away. I know that we had some unfortunate events happen yesterday, but I want to touch on Miss Alexis before we go on, and I would like to have probably a moment of silence for Florida before we end.
Yeah, we can do that before we end
it. You, Rose.
Oh, that's fine, but I mean, we definitely can do that. But little Alexis and everybody else is on that. I call that the Fantastic Four, if you ask me.
Mhm.
They're the Fantastic Four in my book because they had enough. They got together. They got lawyers, and they doing something that all of us have talked about and dreamed about. They suing.
Mhm.
And they got a chance of winning.
Yes, and thank you to the lawyers who listened.
Exactly. A huge shout out to the lawyers that listen. Jason Crawford, I'm going to see if I can tie him down long enough to do a quick call in next Tuesday and see if I can get any more information, because I know he's deep into this and I don't want to give out any misguided information, but I do know they got a continuance going on right now. They didn't get they was trying to go ahead and throw the case out. So that's a win within itself.
That right there burns me up, because how are you going to move for a dismissal whenever some things are going on? And there's another very unpopular character. He's a self-claimed hedonist, so a lot of you probably don't listen to him. Some of y'all can't get past it. It takes character to get past someone's tough exterior to listen to someone that rubs you wrong. It takes a lot of character and a lot of patience to want to try to learn something for them, because they might rub you wrong, but they'll be talking. Like they know something.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, damn it, I don't want to agree with him, but he might be right, so you keep listening.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Thorne Peters.
Yeah, he was on yesterday. I'm gonna tell you like this here. Woo! Get you a bag before you sit down and listen to him. He's rough. I mean, he makes some excellent points now. I'm serious. This man makes some excellent points, but his brass style, maybe it's not our cup of tea, but he got some excellent points. I mean, I shared his post yesterday, and I listened to a post he's talking about cannabis, but this is where I feel he's really angry. And he has rights to be really angry, I call him the angry man of the cannabis industry. That man is pissed the fuck off. I mean, for anybody to go,
and he should be. Rose, I don't know if I've told you, but let me tell you what this man has been through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not confirmed. These are all allegations. And if you go and ask the Memphis Police Department or anybody in the government, they'll call me a conspiracy theorist. Not tell you not to listen to me. But here's what's really the fucking happening.
All right.
Okay, so he went ahead and he said, I'm going to put the federal government on trial. He teased them for a year. They never would come and lock him up. They locked his ass up. Okay, finally. Well, in order to get back at him, they executed his drug dealer in a traffic stop. Because he was a black man, and he didn't move his hands quick enough. Okay? Right in the middle of the streets, they shot the man. They executed him.
Oh, my God.
Now, they have gone in, they shot his dog's eye out, poor little Muggles. Muggles lived, but I don't think the German Shepherd did. Now, Miss L, Linda Hara, has been his partner for some years, and twice she's had to jump on him whenever they kicked in the door to keep him from being executed. If she wouldn't have been there, and if that woman was not living with him, Thorne would already be dead.
Wow.
So he has a right to be fucking pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed off too.
Okay. Well, that explains why he's such... I mean, I've listened to a lot of different podcasts and broadcasts over the 40 plus years I've been doing different things. By far, this is the angriest man that I've ever heard speak. I mean, totally angry in every sense. He's got so much anger running through his veins right now. It's unreal. But if you can get through the rhetoric, he does have a positive message through all that. And now that I know this, maybe I can sit down and listen to him and understand him just a little bit more, because I knew it had to be some underlying condition for somebody to be so angry.
Mhm. I mean, and he's getting his little wins in. Now, he's going to trial on the 26th. As he says, that's the cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever this happens, I hope that the jury does right. But if they don't, I hope that he has the money to appeal it to Supreme Court.
I do too.
With him being a felon now, or and going through this case, nobody's going to hire him. His home is in California. He was in the strip club circuit in California.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't go home because he's in the middle of a trial. So if you have it on your heart to help this man out, go to thornpeters.com so that he can afford to appeal this to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Should need be.
Well, knowing what I know now, Thorn, you got a new friend in the cannabis industry. I'll be sharing your stories. I think I talked to Thorn a while back. It's been a few years ago when he first started going through all this, and I kind of lost base because everybody's doing their own thing, and I didn't know the full story, but now that I know it now, it explains a lot. So, hey, you got my back, man. I mean, cause that's crap.
I gotta tell people this. This is going to strike some interest. You gotta go to his YouTube channel. The detective that took it upon himself to see the demise of Thorn's strip club outside of Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
He set him up on Facebook. He pretended to be a woman, and he catfished him. And catfished him on his 34th wedding anniversary at Applebee's. And so the man was sitting at Applebee's on his 34th wedding anniversary, not waiting for his wife, but a mistress that Thorn was pretending to be. And in walked Thorn in a judge's robe and everything. You've got to watch it. It's great.
Oh, my God. I'm going to find that and post it up on Facebook. I've got to. Man, I'm going to tell you like this here. I heard he do some crazy shit, but wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever waiting for Rosemary's World of Cannabis or Wake and Bake Miss Green Jeans, that ain't happening. No. Wow. He really wanted him bad, didn't he? Wow.
Yes. So, I mean, it's basically tit for tat now. They should have let the man alone a long time ago. They're trying to pin a gun charge on him. They weren't his guns. It's not even his house. They went into somebody's house and busted him, and it wasn't even his house.
Okay.
He lived there because his business partner lives there, but his business partner owns several houses on that street that they rent out to help with income. They sold their mansions on the beach to go to Memphis to finish the trial.
Wow. So this man pretty much is fucked by these folks down in Tennessee that he done had to sell his mansion to come here and fight these people here. That's some bullshit. Wow. Yeah. Hey, Thorn, I hope you're listening. If not, I'm going to make sure that you listen to this show, because I don't like people that get fucked over. I'm sorry. I don't like that. And you really got bent over a chair and, ream raw, man. And I can understand why you're doing what you're doing to a point, but, hey, dog, chill out a little bit, man, because I don't want them thinking all the rest of us do that shit, because I ain't got to go there like that. I can't.
Well, it's a personal vendetta now. I think cannabis is involved, but now it's a personal vendetta, and I can't blame him.
I can't either.
Godspeed to Thorn.
Yes.
It's crazy. There's some crazy stuff about to happen. I get a feeling that the federal ban is about to be lifted on our plant.
I do too.
There's too much pressure. And I'm thinking about writing a research paper myself just to show how much money they spent alone on cannabis propaganda.
Man, you know what? You finna really piss some people off if you do that, because I can tell you right off here in the state of South Carolina spent over $1 million on that bullshit while Nikki Haley was in office. So get ready to piss a lot of...
In 2010, the state of North Carolina spent $55 million. Only enforcing cannabis laws.
Oh, see, when we put, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get all the stats out there for the last how many ever years we've been fighting this on both states, and really piss people off because they're gonna be mad because you think, look at all that money. Look how much we could have did with that, with just what you talked about, $56 million. Yeah. We could have got the homeless off the streets in North and South Carolina for that price. We could have went ahead and started some job training for people that need jobs. We could have also took some more health care, got people, open them a free day clinic so they can get help. They're the ones that don't.
How about this? Something they don't do here in North and South Carolina. We could have got a bus system in the rural places to take people where they need to go.
Exactly. Because matter of fact, this is the first place I ever lived that never had a bus system. And God knows they need it.
Mm-hmm.
They had a one express bus that goes to Charlotte. If you ain't got a car in Rock Hill, you fucked.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it is in North and South Carolina.
Mm.
So, and then I want to look up how much money they made in the prisons off of cannabis. And I bet you they're making twice the money that they're spending. And it's not going back into our economy.
No, because they're using, what people fail to realize, these guys are working on the side of the road. They're paying them maybe about 50 cents an hour. Then they use the different little companies they use around the state is slave labor, because they might make $1 an hour. They're making license plates, making shoes, making underwear, and all this other stuff like that we buy as consumers and don't know it's slave labor. So you need to read you need to read and see where your draw's coming from, because you might not want to put on another pair after you look and see.
Anytime you call the state of North Carolina for something and you get an operator, that's a woman at Central Prison. She sounds so nice, though, don't she?
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime you call the state of North Carolina in Raleigh, you get an operator, you are talking to someone in the Central Prison in Raleigh.
That's a job that she done take away from somebody else because they didn't want to pay him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So your prison system is now slave labor. It's been that way quite some time.
The whole damn time.
And that's what the problem with Mr. Short and Big Ear. That's his problem. See, he watching. Let me break down this for y'all, and I think I broke it down once before. Right now, the problem is with two key people that's not making any money. That's our Chief Joyce of Staff that done really got his weenie in a bunch. We're gonna talk about him in a second. And also our little friend, Jeffy Sessions. Mr. Jeffy is mad as hell, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. He ain't making no money. And you wanna know the reason why? 29 states and District of Columbia passed cannabis. And they're regressing these laws in these different states. So that means his prison system is losing money.
Right.
He's watching everybody else make big dollars. Everybody else in the Trump organization that's got any type of business is making money on top of money on top of money, whilst Mr. Sessions is watching his stock and his dollars drop. So this was a money move more than anything else. And right about now, he's on the thread just along with the Joint Chiefs of Staff. They don't talk about it. But if Jeff don't do what Trump want him to do, he gonna be the next one on the celebrity appearance out the door like Omarosa. Believe it or not, I'm not a Trump fan by no means whatsoever. But with the Joint Chiefs of Staff, let me go ahead and tell you what's wrong with his picture. When you go through background checks, I don't give a damn who it is. You go through a background check right about now to check through for McDonald's to flip a damn burger. Background checks don't take over a year. They don't. That background check has been given to the Joint Chiefs of Staff for over at least 8 months. He ain't supposed to be, nobody that don't pass them background checks ain't supposed to be looking at classified information, period. You even get a background check when you first go into the damn armed forces. So you mean to tell me I'm more qualified right about now than the assholes they got up there running the place? Scary thought. I'm going to just leave that at that.
Yeah. And while we're talking, I know we don't have a lot of time, I got to push an organization that I am very fond of, and we need some more officers, and I hope some officers are listening today. Law Enforcement Action Partnership. It's not just about cannabis. It's about getting out here and being active and trying to mend the drug war. No matter what your beliefs are, if you don't believe that people should use drugs, that's fine. We still need your help. Or if if you don't believe that they should use cannabis as medicine, that's fine. We still need mending community relationships.
I agree.
We need law enforcement officers who are willing to volunteer to go and talk to children and tell them, hey, I'm not here to hurt you, I'm here to help you. This organization, I got to give you total props. They work for the people, they work with the people, and they are for the people. So thank you, Amos at Law Enforcement Action Partnership, and my partner in Louisiana, Gerald Kazmarek. And hopefully you'll have him on the show within a couple weeks.
I am looking forward to. I met Joseph. Joseph, hello, how you doing? I'm looking so forward to talking to you again. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to Joseph because he puts out a lot of good information, and I'm all in. I'll be anytime I can help you, Ellen, and anybody else out in the law enforcement community, so we can go ahead and mend these fences. Because back in the day, and I have to say truly back in the day when I was growing up, we didn't see the officer as our enemy. We seen him as our friend. Back then, they used to be called officer friendly. Now these days,
and you'd say, hey, officer, how are you doing? And they would talk to you, and you'd pass and repass, and it wasn't suspicion or nothing else.
Right. And now these days, these kids are scared to speak to the police because, 9 times out of 10, they what their parents have told them, and 2, they're scared they're going to be deported.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the case.
And so, cops, we need your help. We need your help in teaching these children that you are for them. And, there's an officer in my town in Albemarle, North Carolina. He's not a part of the league, but I would love for him to be. I don't even know if he's here anymore. His name was Lance McFarland.
Mm-hmm.
And this man, he was the cross guard for Albemarle Elementary School.
Mm-hmm.
And he would take the little girls, if they were little enough, and he would put them on his shoulders, like one apiece, and every morning, and he would parade them across the crosswalk like he was princesses. He'd have them waving the little princess wave and everything.
And that's what don't get celebrated enough. These people, now we do got some good guys and ladies out here in law enforcement that do love their job and do treat these kids like they're supposed to be treated, And I like to hear about stories like that. And anybody, somebody, or if you know an officer that like to talk to me or Ellen both, please pass our information out. So we'd be happy to come to them if we have to, because this needs to, this is so important.
Mm-hmm. And our law enforcement, they are humans too. They need to know that cannabis can heal their bodies.
Yep.
They need to know that they can get off of all that mercury and aluminum and junk that they're putting in their bodies that the doctors are giving to them. They have the right to be healthy too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and you got a good point about that. But the last thing I want to cover today is the weddings. If anybody checked out me talking yesterday on the Wake and Bake Show with Miss Green Jeans, we was talking about weddings yesterday. And if you haven't got a chance to check out that story, the reason why I'm talking about it so much, instead of spending $8,000, they had alcohol there, true enough, but they spent $8,000 on cannabis. Well, at least they didn't spend it; it was donated through Safety Harbor.
Me and Rose was like, did they smoke all of it? Rose said, no, they gave some away. I said, shit, I tried to smoke all of it. That'd be the point of it.
They gave away gift bags. This is the thing. And it's the reason I'm talking about Safety Harbor. I have friends that's out there that run Safety Harbor. So hello, Safety Harbor. How y'all doing? And congratulations. You get talked about on 2 shows today. Not 1, but 2. They hooked this wedding up. The pictures were beautiful, by the way. It was a beautiful bride and groom. They both met because they both need cannabis for them to live, and their story is very heart-touching. If you haven't read that story yet on Facebook, I recommend you read it. It's a very heart-touching story. And by them sharing their love of cannabis with other people, I want one of the goodie bags. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, wait a minute, why didn't I get an invite? I gotta wait to California to get there for that. So if you're thinking about doing a weed wedding or anything like that, contact us here at the show. We'll be glad to be there to cover your event.
we even know a couple. We know a couple ministers even.
Yes, we
I know
do.
one right now that'll help us out.
Yes, we do
Steve,
have.
You getting a shout out today?
Yeah, we do have a couple of ministers on our team that is ordained ministers that will be happy to help you out on your special day. So they contact us, contact me, contact Ellen, and we'll be glad to help you out.
And, you know, Rose, we're getting close to the time to end. I had the 420 minister on the other day, and I believe, I'm like him, I think our prayers should be done in our closet a little bit. But my heart goes out to the victims in all the school shootings yesterday. And I just want to have a moment of silence, if we could, just to recognize the fact that we have a problem in this nation, and to think about what we can do. Let's just take a minute and think about what we can do as people to help this from not happening again, if that's all right with you, Rose.
Yeah, we'll take 1 minute starting right now.
Okay.
Thank you guys for letting us take that moment out for the people that was involved in that. It was 2 shootings yesterday, so I took a little extra time out for them as well. I mean, gun violence isn't a problem. I understand the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. I'm all for it, but what I'm not for is the AR-15. If you haven't seen it, they have several pictures. I refuse to post any of the pictures or anything like that because I think they should be banned.
Yes, they should, because he wants notoriety, and he doesn't need that. He doesn't need that satisfaction.
Nope, we won't even say his name. We won't say his age. We won't even give a description of that person because it just ain't right. But I'm going to say it like this here in my closing comments. People that do that don't have no soul. If you look at each one of the pictures of each one of the shootings that has happened here in the United States, look into their eyes. They're lost souls. That's all I'm going to say to that.
And as the Aerosmith says, sometimes you are the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep, so true. So, Ellen, we want to close up on a happier note. How can everybody get in contact you and stay in touch with you and follow you? Because, girl, you elevate my Thursdays every Thursday, and I like when Thursdays come up because we get a chance to sit back, relax, talk, and let people know just what's on Two Activists' mind. So how can they talk to you even further?
Exactly. Well, you can always find me on Facebook, Ellen Nikki Worth Lambert. That's an Argentinian last name, W-I-R-T-H hyphen Lambert. That's my Spanish roots. So, I'm also on Instagram, NIKKIWIRTHLAMBERT. Look for Lambert's Industries. That's going to be branding. We're going to be doing some biodiesel, hemp fuel, plastic products. And just please continue to support me and Rose, and look for the good things that are about to happen in Rose's life too. We're going to surprise you with that, though.
Oh yeah, because we got a lot of things in the work. But last thing, Stay Ready Podcast is coming up soon. I shared that on my Facebook page. We're going to share more about that in detail tomorrow morning on the Wake and Bake Show with Miss Green Jeans. Y'all know how to reach me on Facebook and on 2 pages, my personal page, if you're lucky enough to be on that. If not, you can reach me on Miss Green Jeans. Now on Twitter, you got to put the number 1 behind Miss Green Jeans. On Instagram, I'm also there on the gram. You can look me up as Miss Green Jeans as well. Hey guys, once again, we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Rich, for letting us do what we do Tuesdays and Thursdays on Rosemary's World of Cannabis. We be all over the place talking about marijuana, hemp, and any other products, and also what's in the news. We keep you informed and entertained every single solitary day. For me and Elevated Nikki,
stay elevated.
That's right. Stay blessed, guys. From the Rocky Mountain top to Denver, Colorado, all the way down to this nasty clay in South Carolina, you've been informed, educated, and entertained. We'll see y'all next week on Tuesday for Rosemary's World of Cannabis. But for the Wake and Bake with Miss Green Jeans, guess what? We'll be at it bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Y'all stay blessed now. Stay entertained and also stay up to date.
Hi. My name is Ricky Williams.
My name is Evan Britton.
My name is Mark Rostelli.
My name is Boo Williams.
My name is Jim McMahon.
My name is Chris Cluey.
My name is Kyle Turley. I played in one of the major North American football leagues.
I have 2 championship rings from that big game we play at the end of the season.
In college, I won a trophy that looks like this.
I was a punter for 8 seasons, and punters are football players too.
I also wrote the name of the commissioner on my headband, and everyone lost their shit.
The men who play American football are subject to a life of injury,
Pain,
And disease.
Both during and long after their careers are over.
And that's why I smoke pot.
That's why I smoke cannabis.
That's why I smoke weed. That's why I smoked weed when I played.
It has, without a doubt, reduced the amount of pain I live with.
it's my body. I know.
But for some reason, the major North American non-Canadian football league refuses to allow players to use cannabis.
Instead of allowing for safe natural healing,
The sport pushes players towards addictive narcotic painkillers with serious side effects.
So let's get real, Roger.
Football players should be allowed to use medicinal marijuana
Without the stigma of it being a banned substance.
Cannabis isn't a drug.
It is a medicine.